Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hakureja Reyes, and I'm here with my recent review of Boruto anime episode number 227, which is titled Team 7's Last Mission, which is basically Team 7's last mission with Konamaru as their captain because Salad got promoted to Chunin, so now she's the team captain, and they don't necessarily need Konamaru anymore. And the episode opens up with Salad being happy about the Chunin West that she got, but she's also feeling sad because her becoming a tune-in means that, yeah, Team 7 is changing. Konamaru won't be part of the team anymore. They'll function as a three-man team. And Sakura comes in and she congratulates her daughter. She's like, I'm very happy that you became a tune-in. I knew that you could do it. But Sakura knows that there's something up with Salad. And she tries to boost her morale. She's like, you know what? You're going to be the team captain now, and finally, Konamaru can stop looking after you guys. She meant it as a joke, but yeah, Salad, because she's already feeling sad about not being able to work with Konamaru anymore, that really hit her hard. And Sakura is a bit worried about Salad, and we do get a scene between them and Sasuke later on in the episode. So she goes to meet up with Mitsuki and Boruto, and she hands Mitsuki some paperwork. She's like, you know what? I need you guys to sign this paperwork so that I can submit it. And Mitsuki is like, why? What's this? And this is where Boruto basically gives us a crash course over how the Hidden Leaf Village functions when a Genin is promoted to Chunin. And this is where he's like, you know what? With Salad being the Chunin, she's automatically the team captain now, and will function as a three-man team. And Mitsuki is like, why can Konamaru not be part of the team anymore? And Boruto is like, you know what, during my dad's time there was a possibility of having a four-man team, but times have changed, so we'll function as a three-man team now. And it's not like we won't be able to work with Konamaru anymore. We can still go on missions with him, but yeah, the three realized that with Konamaru not being their official captain anymore, things will be different even if they do end up going to missions together. And this is where Boruto is like, you know what, with the tune-in ceremony in 3 days, why don't we go and meet up with Konamaru and we'll talk about her feelings and all of that stuff? And Salad is like, yeah, let's do that. So they head over to Konamaru's office, but he isn't there, and that surprises Boruto. Boruto's like, where is he though? He should be here. And Sai and Shikamaru walk in, and Boruto asks them about Konamaru, and this is where Sai is like, yeah, Konamaru is off on a mission with Mirai. And Boruto is like, is it a difficult mission? But no, it wasn't a difficult mission. It turns out that he was free and he was willing to do it. So basically, a mission is that Mirai and Konamaru have to escort this young couple who are looking at a location for a new home where they want to live in. And yeah, it's a simple mission, but Konamaru is still off on that mission, and Boruto is like, when will he be back? And it's going to take him a few days. So basically, he'll be back. When he'll be back, the tune-in ceremony would have already occurred, and the kids won't be able to meet Konamaru before the new Team 7. And that kind of makes them sad. And Shikamaru talks about how he understands what this team is going through, about not getting closure, because again, when it comes to Shikamaru, his team lost Asuma, their captain. And yeah, that was tough. So Shikamaru understands the importance of closure. Naruto lost his master as well, Jiraiya. So yeah, they understand what these kids are going through. But then again, Shikamaru is like, it is what it is. So I advise that you guys go and share a meal, and you'll get to talk to Konamaru when he comes back. But it turns out that the mission that Konamaru on, it ends up being very, very difficult. But again, we'll get to that in a bit in this episode. So we are back to the Uchiha household, and Salad, yeah, she's very sad because again, she can't talk to Konamaru before she officially becomes a tune-in, and she's like, you know what, I'm headed off to bed. And Sakura notices it, and Sakura's like, there's something up with her daughter. So she turns to Sasuke, and she's basically like, Sasuke, I need you to talk to our daughter. Be helpful around the house. Because Sakura is doing a lot. She's in charge of the hospital, she's doing surgeries, she's also taking care of the house as a housewife. There is a lot on her plate. So Sasuke goes to Salad and he's like, hey, what's up? And Salad shares her feelings with Sasuke about how things are changing with Konamaru not being their captain anymore. And Sasuke is like, you know what, Salad? my little peanut, that's just a way of life. That's just what happens. Change happens in life. However, Sasuke does tell Salad that even though the team is changing, that Team 7 is changing, it doesn't necessarily mean that their bonds are going to change, because again, the bond that Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto share with each other and also with Kakashi, it still exists. So even if Konamaru isn't going to be team captain anymore, he is going to continue being bonded with the team. And at first I was like, yeah, Sasuke would know, because Sasuke also ended up trying to kill his own master, Orochimaru. But that's a story for another day. So yeah, the bonds still exist, and we do have a quick scene of Sakura looking at an old picture of her Team 7 with Kakashi. So Salad understands what Sasuke is talking about, and she's like, yeah, Papa, thanks. As I said, the mission that Konamaru is on, it ends up being way too difficult, and we see Mirai. She's passed out at the UN gate. Yeah, it's the UN gate, right? It's the UN gate, and it turns out that she was poisoned on the mission, and of course Sakura is healing her. The fact that Kurenai is inside the surgery room, I'm like, okay. But yes, of course, Sai is like, you know what? Sakura is taking care of her. Of course, Mirai will be okay. And this is where Sai tells Team 7 about what happened. That Konohamaru and Mirai were on this easy mission, but then it got difficult. But they can't interrogate Mirai or ask questions because she's still unconscious, because Sakura is trying to remedy the poison inside her body. But yeah, Konohamaru is in trouble, and they have to figure out what's happening. So it turns out that Sakura is able to heal Mirai, of course, and they'll be able to question Mirai about what happened. And it turns out that Konamaru has been taken hostage. He's basically being tortured because the guy that's doing all of this, I guess his name is Hyogu of the 100 Faces or something. And yeah, these two are the two clients that Mirai and Konamaru were escorting. But yeah, this person, Hyogu or something, I can't really remember his name, because again, a minor characters, it takes me time to remember characters' names. So yeah, it turns out that he's basically a bandit. He's from the land of the grass. However, he ended up becoming this very influential person in the underworld, and he isn't very strong. However, his network of secrets and spies and espionage is what makes him very formidable. So it turns out that as Mirai and Konamaru were escorting the new couple to this new location, they ended up at this place, and it turns out that this village is under this person's control, and he doesn't like trespassers. And yeah, Mirai ended up running, and the guy is like, you know what? She's probably dead by now, and her body is being eaten by dogs or wolves. So they continue torturing Konamaru because this person wants to learn about how the village's sensory system is working. But Konamaru is able to take a whole lot of beating, and he doesn't break. But yeah, the Hyogu is like, you know what? Just wait, you will break. Yeah, again, this scene where Konamaru is just, and at first I was like, wait, Konamaru, the fact that this person isn't very strong, it doesn't make sense that you end up being captured, and also Konamaru's hands are just being tied up. He should be able to easily break from them. But then again, we do get an explanation in this episode. So Shikamaru and Sai are going over what Mirai told them with Naruto. And yeah, this person is in the bingo book. Again, he's not a very good fighter, but his network is what makes him very dangerous. And it turns out that he has been hiding for a very long time. And apparently his hideout is this village. And yeah, Naruto is like, you know what? Mirai and Konohamaru should have been able to handle this situation. So what's really happening? And these two can't really continue asking Mirai many questions because Mirai is very weak. She's still recovering. So yeah, Naruto is like, you know what? We need to send reinforcements. And Sai is like, yeah, I'll get on it. But this is where Team 7 comes in, and Boruto and the rest are like, you know what? Konamaru sensei is in trouble. Please send us. We can help them. And Salad is a tune-in now, right? We can handle this. And as you said, this shouldn't be a very difficult situation. And yeah, Shikamaru and the rest are like, you know what? When it comes to Konamaru, Team 7 has been working with him for a very long time. So they do look like the best option to send as reinforcements. So that happens, and Team 7 goes away. And as Team 7 is walking out of the office, Naruto is like, you know what? I can feel that the kids want closure with Konamaru, and yeah, he's like, Konamaru should be more open about his feelings, and he should be more aware of his team's feelings. So again, When it comes to Shikamaru and Naruto, they didn't necessarily get their closure, not, especially with Asuma and Jiraiya. So yeah, they understand what the kids are going through. So Team 7 end up at the location where Konamaru is being held, and they are quite far away. They're using a telescope to see what's happening, and they do see Konamaru being all tied up, and they're like, you know what, Konamaru sensei should be able to handle this situation, but what's happening? Why hasn't he escaped by now? And this is where Naruto notices that there are people that are being beaten up by Hyogo's forces. So it turns out that even though the village is under his control, there are certain inhabitants who don't necessarily listen to him. And Boruto's like, yup, I guess it turns out that Konohamaru has planned to not only escape himself, but he's going to help the hostages as well. So that's why he's taking his time to escape and do all of that. And Team 7 is like, you know what, we have to help Konohamaru. We not only have to rescue him, we also have to rescue the hostages. And this is also where they notice the direction of the wind changing, and that plays a role in what's going to happen next as well. So, because Konamaru isn't breaking under a whole lot of torture and being beaten up, the gang is like, you know what, we have to use a different approach because this ninja isn't going to break. So, they decide to start hurting the two clients that Mirai and Konamaru were with. And of course, that's because Konamaru has a heart, that doesn't go down well for him. And he's like, you know what, I can't wait any longer. I have to do what I have to do right now. So before these two can get hurt, Konamaru ends up using signs in order to do an attack, but before he can complete it, we see Boruto enter the scene, and Boruto is using his sexy no jutsu in order to distract the gang. He's like, I'm this young woman who just who got lost, and I ended up at this village, please help me. And one of the guys is like, yeah, I'll help you, and it's not like you can stay here for the night, you can continue staying here for a few more days, huh? And as he's making his way towards Boruto in disguise, Hyogo is like, wait, what do you mean that you got lost and you ended up at this village? That doesn't happen. People do get lost, but they don't end up at this village. Who are you, really? So as they're talking, it's nighttime, and this is where the fog comes in, and again that links to the direction of the wind changing. So it turns out that this village, whenever it's nightfall, it is shrouded by a whole lot of fog, and that fog gives cover to Team 7 to not only rescue the clients but also take down the bandits team. So Salad is rescuing the clients, and she's also rescuing the rest of the hostages as well with Team 7's help, and she's taking them to a safe area. And yeah, they are able to rescue Konamaru and Mitsuki. And Konamaru's like, hey, how were you able to take down the entire gang? And Mitsuki is like, you know what, because of the fog, they didn't notice my little white snakes that I used in order to make them fall unconscious. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, Mitsuki has always been a very resourceful person to have on a team. So Team 7, along with Konohamaru, they end up fighting the rest of the bandits, and yeah, it's basically the final time they fight other people together as the normal Team 7, because again, Team 7 is going to change. So Hyogyu is the only one left, and he's using the fog in order to run away, and Konohamaru is like, we can't let him escape. And this is where Konamaru is like, Boruto, Salad, you know what to do. And Salad uses her Sharingan. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that Salad uses her Sharingan in order to copy Boruto's moves to give Konamaru a boost. It's basically Boruto's attack, that stream attack that Boruto uses, and Konamaru uses that with a push by Boruto and Salad, and Konamaru then uses a Rasengan on Hyogo, and yeah, that person is down. And yeah, even Boruto is like, he was very weak, huh, this opponent? And Konamaru is like, yeah, he was weak, but he is very powerful again when it comes to spy stuff, and I couldn't just escape and defeat everyone because I had to take care of the hostages as well. I wanted to, not the hostages basically, but the other people in the village that he was forcing to do his my bad. He was forcing to do his bidding, so I needed to help them as well. So that's why I was taking my time to do what I needed to do. And yeah, Team 7 is like, it's a good thing that we came to rescue you, huh? Because we know what kind of ninja you are, and that's why we were able to decipher your plan. And yeah, the plan worked out well. And Konamaru is like, it's time for us to go back to the village because the mission isn't over until we go back to the village. But however, before that happens, it turns out that the Mirai before that happens again. Before that happens, Team 7 is like Konamaru Sensei. This is the last time we'll function together as a team because Salad is a tune-in now, and you don't have to be Team 7's captain anymore. And yeah, Konamaru starts crying. He's finally showing his emotions. Of course, he's emotional that these kids that he was taking care of, they have grown up and they have become a new team without him. So Mirai comes in with reinforcements, and she's okay. And yeah, they are able to take the guys, the people in the back, to prison. And Team 7 Konamaru stay back to help the people with the injured and repair their property. So, and there also the scene where Salad is blushing, and I guess Boruto and Mitsuki and Konamaru are just teasing her about becoming becoming the captain. And Konamaru is also like, you know what, Salad, support your team, protect them from now on. And Salad is like, yes, Sensei, I'll do that. And he turns to Boruto and Mitsuki and he's like, you know what, I need you two to become Chunin as quickly as possible as well. And Mitsuki and Boruto is like, yeah, we'll do that. So it's time for the tune-in ceremony. We have the senses of the others team present. We have Sai, Konamaru, Hanabi, Moegi. No, not Moegi. I forgot his name. But yeah, everyone is here, and Naruto ends up telling Denki, Wasabi, Hoki, and Salad that they're now Chunin and they have inherited the Will of Fire. And we also get a scene before this where Salad is like, you know what, Team 7 has inherited Konamaru's will as well, and we'll continue doing the work. And yeah, these are the new tune-in. Again, I'm not really sure if Wasabi and Hoki should be... Not Hoki, I think Hoki could be tune-in. The people that I'm the people that I'm the most doubtful of are Wasabi and Denki. But let's see how they perform as tune-ins moving forward. Because in the preview for the next episode, Denki's team does feature in it. So yeah, let's see how that pans out. So the tune-in ceremony has occurred. Everyone is these four are the tune-in now. Konamaru isn't Team 7's captain anymore. And then we get a scene with Konamaru with his team posing for a picture. And as they're posing for a picture, the camera falls and they all fall too. It was a fun little scene. So the episode ends with Sasuke and Sakura again being very, very proud of Salad, and they're happy that she realized that, you know what, things change. People become Chunin and they become Jonins, and their team dynamics change. And Salad has accepted her role as a team captain of Team 7. And she's happy about it, and of course, because she's happy, Sasuke and Sakura are happy as well. And this is where the episode ends. I will be doing a written review of this for the Geek Theory. The link to the review will be down in the comment section below as soon as the review is published. It was a very enjoyable episode. I think that this episode was necessary. I think that the old Team 7, not necessarily the old Team 7, basically, the current Team 7, the older version of Team 7 needed to have disclosure with Konamaru before they become the new Team 7, with Salad as the team as a team leader, the team captain. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how Team 7 is going to perform now moving forward, with Salad taking up the role as captain. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later. Bye.